If there's a threat to someone, we're there, and that's a high priority call. So, again, if there's no threat, let's say there's been an assault, but the abuser is gone, we evaluate all of that. And again, as you heard, when you're looking at all priority threes, not all priority threes are domestics. Could be other types of incidents. So you can't just simply take that one stat and attach it to. Domestics for us are a high priority call, and we ensure that we get to them in a very timely manner.
If you responded to every single domestic call as a high priority, would you have the officers to do that?
Well, no, you can't. It just wouldn't be prudent. Because again, a domestic is also, let's say somebody threatens somebody, but because they're in a relationship, now it becomes a domestic. The person might have just threatened, doesn't mean that it requires the same level of response. We assess each call as it comes in, and the appropriate response is then given to that call.
What are we to make of this? Is the police service learning something from these things, or are these reports just sort of stuff in the wind?
Okay, and to be fair, I did say many of those are things that we're already thinking of, and that's just the honest and truthful response. And some of those things we've done already. Can you always get better? I challenge our members, I challenge the organization to always be assessing what we're doing and saying, can we get better? You can't just put anything, set it in stone and say, that's sufficient because we've been doing it for the last 5 or 6 years. No, we always want to get better. So we're always in that self-assessment mode. So I'm ready to move forward. Moving forward doesn't mean I'm just going to discard the report. If there's good things in there, I'll take it and let's go, is what I'm saying.
The inference in the paper this morning was not only that there's a long response time for certain kinds of calls, but that Winnipeg is different, or it's using its priorities differently from any other city in the country. Is that true? And if so, why are we doing it that way?
There's always an element of truth in most of these statements. And again, coming in as a new chief, I said, here are all the things that I want to assess. I have to be honest with you, part of the delay in assessing some of those things was, again, ensuring that we were prudent and not running ahead of the operational reviews. So when I said, let's start moving forward, it's because now the operational reviews are here, bearing in mind what I also wanted to do, assessing these operational reviews, yes, let's move forward. Okay, let's say, for example, you called, you indicated there was someone banging at your door, and depending on what the call taker assessed at the time, it might have been put in as a priority 3. Now, that person is now since left. That call might wait 2 hours to respond to because there's no real immediate threat to anyone. So I think it's very difficult just to take a lump sum like that and say this is the general. We have to go back and look at the specifics that they're talking about.